Welcome back to Sex, Work, and Love, a podcast about navigating personal relationships as an adult industry professional. I'm Delilah Saul, a journalist, filmmaker, and multidisciplinary sex worker. I've been a stripper for 12 years, but I've also done lots of other work in the sex industry, both online and in person. Before we hop into the episode, a few quick announcements. As some of you know, in 2025, I completed my first film, Beloved, which is a 20-minute documentary about the love lives of sex workers. I'm honored to announce that it's been selected for the Teaneck International Film Festival in New Jersey and will be playing there on November 7th. Tickets will become available on October 2nd, so subscribe to my free Substack if you want a reminder in your inbox. That link is in the episode description. And if you can't make it to New Jersey, but you still want to schedule a private or public screening for your own organization or an event you're planning, reach out to me at info@outlawmediacompany.com. Announcement number 2 is that I'm working on a new documentary, a feature-length film this time, which I'm co-directing with my friend and fellow sex worker, M. Vaughn. The new film is based on my ebook about media bias against sex workers. The whole reason I became a journalist and filmmaker is because I was so tired of how our community is typically represented in media, from news headlines to popular films and shows. Our new documentary critically confronts topics like true crime, trauma porn, and the false conflation of sex work with human trafficking. Through a sex worker's perspective, we turn our lens back at the media and ask, why should people from outside our community ever be the ones to tell our stories? If you're in New York City on September 24th, we'll be hosting a fundraiser for the film and screening a teaser at a gorgeous sex worker-friendly lounge in Manhattan. So definitely sign up for my Substack if you want updates on the new film or details for the fundraiser party. A link to my ebook is also in the episode description. Okay, so back to today's episode. Shiloh is a stripper based in Vegas, and she joined me for a discussion about burnout, which is something that most sex workers experience. We talk about how it affects us as workers and as queer femmes dealing with cis men as clients. Shiloh also explains how it affects her libido and in turn her relationship. Here's our conversation. So, how old are you? Where are you from? And how long have you been in the industry?
I'm 34 and I'm from the Midwest, and I've been in the industry on and off for about 6 years at this point.
Since we're talking about burnout today, I want to get a sense of your relationship with it. Like, what does burnout look like for you? What does it mean to you?
So I can usually tell I'm in burnout mode when I'm feeling very exhausted, very depleted, very drained. But I've noticed that another key sign is when I'm just snapping really easily. Everything is irritating me or setting me off. I just have a very low tolerance for anything. And also, I will be in a very negative frame of mind. Like I'm kind of seeing people and interactions through a negative lens. And that's when I kind of will catch myself and be like, oh, okay, I'm in burnout right now. This doesn't feel good. This isn't how I normally am.
And you're mostly a stripper, right?
Yes. So I've done full service in the past, and I haven't done full service for a few years now. So I'm just exclusively stripping.
Were you stripping the whole time when you were doing full service too?
Yes.
So like you have that special stripper burnout. Like I feel like stripper burnout is its own.
Yes, definitely.
Just the hours are so crazy.
Yeah, and it's very hard on your body, especially as I'm getting older. I'm noticing like after every shift, my back is killing me. And I'm just like, oh my God, like I'm not in my 20s anymore.
Dude, totally. I always forget that you're close to my age because you look 21. But like,
thank you.
yeah, hitting your 30s and still being at the club in your how tall are your heels? Do you have like a go-to size?
Usually right about 6 inches, like nothing too tall.
Okay. But I mean, like that's LOL. Only strippers would say that. We're like, nothing too tall, just 6 inches.
Yes, exactly. Just 6 inches. No big deal.
And it's like, I'm a 7-inch girl. I tried. Okay. So I'm 37 and I'm fucking tired and my back hurts and everything hurts. And I was like, all right, time for my like sensible shoe era. And I just recently bought myself a pair of 4 inches. I wore them
Oh,
once and I was like, no. I was like, I can't be a stripper in 4 inch heels. It doesn't work for me.
can't even imagine.
I'm like condemned to my 7 inchers. I had to go back. But yeah, it is. It's really hard on the body. Have you suffered any stress injuries or the injuries that you get from like repeat motion?
No injuries yet. I think just my lower back and my knees hurt a lot. And so I am a little bit concerned about the future, what that means for my poor knees and my back.
Yeah, I know. Knees and lower backs are really not built very well.
No.
So, okay, so when you're like really cranky and going off on people and your outlook on life is negative, that's like your sign that you need a break.
Yeah, because that's kind of opposite to how I usually am. It doesn't feel good to be in that mode.
Yeah, it does not feel good to be in that mode. And I feel like also too, I'll like burn out and need a break so bad and then feel like I can't take a break because I have to keep making money.
Yes, we've got bills to pay. And so,
That really sucks. So you're not the only sex worker I've talked to over the years who's told me that the work affects your libido. What has that been like for you?
that's been really hard to deal with. I think that's been one of the hardest aspects of my job. I feel like at this point, my libido literally feels non existent. Like it feels like it's died and it's just not even there anymore, which is really depressing, especially because naturally I'm a very creative person and sexual energy is the same as creative energy. So if your libido is affected, then your creative energy is also affected. And so that's been really hard to deal with. It's definitely impacted my relationship.
Hmm. I know that your relationship is a long-term one. How long have you guys been together?
It's been about 2.5 years.
As a couple, how do you navigate your general exhaustion and your low sex drive and stuff?
I think the main thing is communication, just a lot of very clear communication, which I am still working on, but just communicating to my girlfriend that I'm tired or I'm burnt out or I don't want to be touched, or maybe there's like specific areas on my body that I just really don't want to be touched. And then also reassuring her, it's not personal, like this is related to work. And then trying to find maybe other ways to be intimate, whether that's maybe just like cuddling or watching a movie together, things like that.
I'm curious too about the creativity aspect of things. What kind of stuff do you normally like to do?
I like to create art. I like to make jewelry. I've always been a writer ever since I was a little girl. That's something that I've really drifted away from that I want to get back to.
I've definitely gone through those cycles too, so I can relate. That's why I'm curious what it looks like for you. What do you do to kind of come back from burnout? How do you take care of yourself?
It's taking time to myself and really pouring back into myself. So that might be spending time out in nature and grounding. I'll meditate and do other things to try to clear and cleanse my energy. My personal spiritual practice is very important to me to help me feel connected. Just being at home, because I'm such a homebody, that helps me to recharge. Being around my pets, that will really help a lot.
Thank God for pets.
Yeah, I'm so happy I have them because anytime you have a bad night at work, it's like, well, at least I get to go home to my fur babies. And it's very
Literally.
healing to be around them and to be welcomed home by them.
It's made such a huge difference in my mental health to have my relationship with my cats the whole time I've been dancing. I got them like the year before I started dancing.
Oh,
They've been with
wow.
me through all my hoe shit.
They've been on the journey with you.
Yeah. So when you're in like burnout recovery mode, how can you tell you're coming out of it?
When I'm coming out of it, I'm feeling more open rather than closed off, defensive, and restrictive. My mindset will be more positive. I won't be spiraling with anxiety or like depressive thoughts as much. I feel like it kind of feels like a cloud is lifting when I come out of the burnout.
Yeah. Do you feel like your creativity and sex drive return during those chapters?
Only slightly. That is something I am still really struggling with, is just trying to figure out how do I get this back. That's something I'm definitely working on in therapy.
Did you figure out that you were queer before or after you started sex work?
After when I first started, I thought I was straight. And then right before I turned 30 is when I realized I was not straight at all.
Oh my God, same. I was 28.
Okay, nice.
I know from our previous conversations that you also have had a sort of journey with being able to tolerate men.
I grew up very religious in a Christian fundamentalist cult. So I think I just naturally, because of the misogyny that I dealt with from such a young age, it makes my job hard. And I am hoping to transition in the near future out of sex work just because it is feeling so difficult to be around men.
What's the general demographic at your club, like of your customers?
I'm in Vegas, so we get everything. We've got some locals, we get a ton of tourists, a ton of businessmen, people from all over the world, really.
People are really specifically on their worst behavior in your neck of the woods too. So I feel like it's like, I
That's
mean,
true.
believe me, in New York, plenty of men are on their worst behavior. But like it's I feel like, woo, you must get some live ones.
We do. We definitely do. They're definitely in that energy, that party energy of what happens here stays here and let's just be wild and go crazy. But I feel like men are always low key on their worst behavior when they're in an environment that they feel like allows it.
I meet so many men that are casually cheating on their wives and girlfriends or whatever, and some of them don't give a fuck, and I know that, and they're just like sadistic and terrible. And then, but a lot of them feel so guilty about it. And I'm like, then grow up and tell people the truth about yourself, you whiny, fucking secretive, creepy ass baby.
Also, I think it's been really interesting working in the sex industry. I feel like men are more open, like not only when they're cheating, but the reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we get like a very unique, intimate look into their brain. And it's been super interesting to listen to the reasons that men give me for why they're cheating and their justifications. And they're usually pretty bad. They're usually pretty pathetic, but it's just very interesting to like see how their brain works. It's been fascinating.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. I'm really fascinated by it. And it's been, for me, the men that I meet in my line of work have been such unexpected teachers in my life. I've really learned through interacting with so many cowardly men. And many of these customers have treated me just fine, and I've been happy for their service. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
for their patronage. But so many of my customers, I leave the interaction even if I'm happy as the worker, I leave the interaction like, oof, wouldn't want to date you. And
Yes.
it's been such a mirror for me trying to live my best queer, authentic, autistic life, which means that, like, for me, it's so important to be in really honest relationships with the people that are close to me, whether it's romantic partners or friends or family or whatever. And these multiple archetypes of men who really can't be honest with themselves about who they are or what they want, even if they can be honest in the context of talking to a sex worker. Like, they can't be honest in their daily lives, and so they're keeping
Yeah.
all these secrets and they're keeping their lives divided up and compartmentalized. I'm like, oh, could never be me. So what do I need to do to stay brave enough to be honest? Do you watch reality TV?
I do. I sure do.
Have you been watching Love is Blind?
Oh my God. I absolutely have.
This shit is crazy.
It is. I feel like it's every season we see the same bad behavior.
I'm so obsessed with dating shows because, in the same way that I'm obsessed with the strip club, it's such a phenomenal scientific lab for watching heteronormativity play out.
Yes, it's fascinating. I love to watch it and like psychoanalyze everything.
Yes. Lately, I've just been like, pray for the straight girls.
Oh my God, same. I feel so bad for them. I'm like, what are
Woof.
you all gonna do? Like,
I know.
the bar is in hell, and I feel like the only alternative is to just like not really date right now. And I'm like, but they deserve dating. They deserve love and relationship and
Yeah.
companionship. Like, this isn't fair. Like, I feel so bad for all the straight girlies right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. Straight girls, we love you.
Yes. Hoping the
Ugh.
men get their shit together.
Yes. Oh my God. I know. And if yeah. It's we're all fighting the same fight. And this is why straight girls and everybody else this is why you need to be on board with supporting the sex workers in your life because we are here trying to set your men on, we're your last hope. Sex workers
Yeah.
are your last hope to like setting your men on a course correct to being fucking people who can function.
Yes. I'm sure you've gotten a lot of customers or clients where you're basically playing therapist to them and you're like, oh my God, this is probably the only therapy that they've ever gotten at this point.
Fully.
Crazy.
For sure. For sure. And like you were saying, like there's clients who will be more honest with a sex worker than they've
Yeah.
been with anybody in their life, including like their wife that they've been married to for 50 years.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Like there's a part of me that I'm like, I'm honored and also I'm glad you have this space to finally be honest, but also like, how do you live like that? I don't understand it. I couldn't do that.
Totally. I mean, at least there's that. When we're burnt out and we feel like
Yeah.
shit, at least we're not like a sad old banker man who can't talk about his feelings to the people who are in his most intimate life. Good Lord. So, you're like so cool and interesting and dynamic and multifaceted and smart and got so much going on and dealing with such crazy burnout as most people in our industry, not even just strippers, but like bartenders,
Yeah.
like anybody over 30 who works till 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning, like we're not okay. Do you have friends in the industry who can relate to you and give you that camaraderie?
Yeah, I've got a couple friends for sure.
Good. And then, kind of just in life in general, do you have the support of your friends and family as a sex worker?
So the people that are a part of my daily life that are close to me, they know they support me. Family in general, they don't know. I have a suspicion that they kind of have an inkling of what I'm doing, but they don't know for a fact. They would not be supportive if I were to come to them and tell them, like, this is what I'm doing. I'm not sure it would even be safe for me to have some of my family know.
So many workers
Yeah.
are keeping things secret, but that's also even like another layer of work that you have to be doing mentally at all times to keep your job under wraps. I imagine that's probably not helpful when you're taking into burnout.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, there's been times I've wished I could lean on more of my family for support or just talk openly about what I'm doing because I know I'm not doing anything bad or anything wrong. And I don't know, especially at my age, I'm like, this feels so stupid to keep this hidden. Like, I'd rather just be open about it and talk about it freely, but I have to put my safety first.
Of course, yeah. Thank you for mentioning the age thing because I mean, all of us, you go into the sex industry, you're 18 or over, you have the legal right to do whatever the fuck you want to do for work. But I've been reflecting on that a lot lately too, because I have family members who still look down on me for it or think I'm wasting my life or are kind of holding their breath because they think I got off track at some point and they're just like waiting for me to like emerge as the real me, not the disappointment and the
Oh my God.
horror. And I'm like, I am almost 40. Like,
Yes, and sex work is work. It's valid. And also, the average person is just fucking for free. So it's like, well, if you're gonna fuck anyways, like, why not get paid?
snaps, girl. Yes. I mean, I absolutely agree with that. And for me, everybody's journey is different. Everybody's psyche is different. But for me, as a queer femme who didn't understand myself as queer until I was 28, I did a lot of fucking for free of cis men in my teens and 20s. And yes, there were grown ass men who were fucking me in my teens. And I would like some payback, literally pay me. And so for me, sex work is actually really redemptive in that sense. I don't feel like I need revenge or anything. I'm like, I just need compensation.
Yeah, because we're doing a lot of like physical labor, a lot of emotional labor. So yeah, I feel like as women, like we bring so much to the table that we should be compensated. I mean, like our energy alone just like gives men life. And there's all the studies of how, marriage is good for men. They live longer, they sleep better, and marriage is the opposite for women. Like we don't live as long, we don't sleep better. We benefit men, and I don't feel like they benefit us in the same way. So there should be some kind of like
Absolutely.
equal energetic exchange. And I feel like money is a good thing to exchange in our capitalist society.
100%. I feel so much lighter, like just energetically, spiritually, when my sugar daddy pays me than I ever
Yeah.
did dating any man. And I know for me, a lot of that is because I'm gay. Like it's been a very clear black and white divide in my life. It's like the men I fucked for free who kept fucking up my life, and then my customers who literally either they're paying me or they're not speaking to me. And I'm like, yeah, this is good for me.
Yeah.
It's so special. The connection I feel with other hyper femme queer sex workers. It's a very unique experience. So
Really.
I'm glad that we met.
Me too.
So, what is your vision for your life, for your future? I know you're like over it with the adult industry.
Yes, but I probably will be doing it for the foreseeable future. I might go back to school here in the near future and get my master's in psychology. I could see myself like opening up my own private practice. I've thought about opening up like my own business because I do Reiki, I do tarot. I'd like to maybe start a clothing line someday. I want to write a book. Like there's just a lot of different things I want to do. So I'm excited for the future.
Hell yeah. I want all of those things for you, and I definitely want to read your book. Do you know what it would be
Thank
about?
you. No. I just know like before I die, I'd like to write a book. That seems like a cool thing to leave behind, a cool experience to have.
Hell yeah. Before we go, tell me what are some of the things that you're doing to have fun lately?
Lately, just getting back out into nature, going on hikes. I've started reading more and I'm planning a trip to the ocean in a couple months. I'm really excited about that and to just like reconnect with myself and just have a little bit of a reset there.
That's beautiful. Is there anything else that you want to say or add, or any advice you want to give to the baby strippers out there?
In this industry, like make sure that you're taking really good care of yourself, not just like your physical and emotional health, but your spiritual health, your mental health, all of it. And if you are experiencing burnout, pay attention. And if you can take that break, it's very hard to do. But when I have pushed myself too far and refused to take a break, then the universe ends up forcing me to take a break, or my body forces me to take a break. I'll get sick, I'll get injured, like something will happen. So it's better to just listen to your body up front. And I have found that when I do prioritize taking care of myself and taking breaks, I make more money than when I'm pushing, pushing, pushing. So in this industry, I feel like it's kind of about work smarter, not harder. And that can be tough to navigate sometimes, tough to know what that means for you. Taking a break is very hard, especially when the economy is bad and when you have bills to pay. So it's just about finding that balance and being smart about it, but definitely prioritizing your rest and your self-care in whatever way that you can.
Such wise words. So many young dancers come in their early 20s and they're just go, 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 go. And I'm like, you got to have the stop in there too if you're going to make it like for a long time. If this is going to be sustainable, like you got to take care of yourself. And please stretch.
Yes.
Stretch and wear sunscreen.
Yes. All the basics. Drink your water. Get your sleep, your 8 hours.
Yeah, literally, yes. Like literally all the basics, which is hard in capitalism. It is hard. And so many of us in this industry are like super neurodivergent. So the daily tasks of taking care of ourselves can be monumental, but like prioritize it. Yeah. I've been thinking I did like a time management workshop for neurodivergent sex workers during the pandemic. And I feel like I should do that again because it's a whole fucking, especially like you're in charge of your own schedule a lot of the time as a sex worker. And that is very difficult for a neurodivergent brain to actually manage. It's good for a neurodivergent brain to not be beholden to a schedule and to be able to show up at work whenever you want. But there's like a downside to that too, because we're not so inclined to create the types of structures that make things really less chaotic. So for listeners, if you're interested in that, please let me know. Like respond, hit me up, info@outlawmediacompany.com. If that would be useful for you, let me know.
That'd be so helpful.
Okay, good to know. Okay, thank you. You're my first taker. There we go. Good to know. Well, thank you for your time today and sharing this important stuff that's the not so fun and glamorous side of the industry. Thanks for being real with us about that.
Yeah, of course.
Are you going to work tonight?
I have tonight off.
Your makeup just looks like that on your night off. Are you doing something? Are you going out?
I was thinking about filming some content. So I was like, well, let me put my makeup on so I'm ready. Yep.
You're so content ready. Your makeup looks great.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Cool. Okay. Well, good luck and give all your pets a big kiss from me and all the listeners.
Thank you. I will. And have a good rest of your night, whatever you're up to. And thank you so much for just spending some time with me and letting my voice be heard.
Bye, Shiloh.
Bye.
I look over my shoulder. I'm dancing in